And we've gotten to the point where Alex Jones, despite all his troubles,
makes
now,
sense.
Not just makes sense, but a lot of people are like, hey, what did he say?
Right.
Right. Now he's back on Twitter or X.
Yeah, well,
which is wild. He's going to do a daily show.
Pointed out a lot of things over the years. Some of them have been correct.
A lot of them.
A lot of them have been correct.
A lot of them.
So you can't discount. Now, some of them aren't. But you can't discount what he says anymore as easily as you could have.
No. Not as easily. It's
prior
like
to
so much insanity has gone on over the last 3 years that like so many people are like, what the fuck?
Well, the erosion of trust in everything from the government, media, church, every institution we have is completely kind of collapsed in terms of how we view them. And we now see how politically motivated they are, how corrupt they are, how criminal they are. And now that we're just left in a world of individuals, some of whom are truth-seeking, some of whom are sociopaths, some of whom are funny, some of whom are whatever. But now we're just kind of left with a world of people trying to figure it out on their own. And it's pretty scary. Because some of those people are going to build cults and communes, and everybody's going to drink the poison, and they're trying to go find a Hale-Bopp comet. And some of them are going to build media companies. Some of them are going to build AI bots. Some of them are going to build, and some of them are going to, come up with new religions. Yeah. I mean, but it seems to be now that everybody's operating outside of the institutions.
Yes.
And that the people that are still operating within the institutions are almost taking cues, a la the Honest Papa's, from people on the outside. So it does seem like the institutions are rotting a bit.
Well, they're trapped too. The especially the media. They're so trapped in the television format. Yeah. That format sucks.
Well, it's just people not wanting to lose their job.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's people protecting their own revenue source. That's all it is. It'll go on as long as they can. It's the most basic human desire to protect your family and your money.
And that's a thing that no one ever thought was going to go away.
And no one thought it was going to go away. And now it's going away. And the pace of it and the pace of change is disorienting. And people are like, what the fuck's going on? And, now we're in the Wild West. And the Wild West has its problems. It has a ton of benefits. We all know them.
Yeah.
A lot of information, but then the Wild West has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And it's deep fakes. Mm-hmm. It's the AI stuff. Mm-hmm. It's what isn't real.
Yeah.
What did and did not happen.
Right.
A lot of charismatic, cunning people are going to be able to manipulate this technology and, rile people up about all manner of events that may or may not have happened.
Yeah.
Wait till they come with fake police shootings that didn't happen. Wait till they just start manufacturing footage from something that did not happen. Right. And there's people in the street rioting about a thing that did not happen.
How far away from that?
Because, a week?
Because foreign actors could easily do something like that if they wanted to start some sort of
for sure.
Chaos.
Dude, for sure.
Oh.
That's the type of stuff that you want to sow chaos, stuff like that.
You could do stuff like that combined with
and people wouldn't,
a terror cell.
Yeah, and dude, people wouldn't believe that it didn't happen. They'd go, the government's covering it up.
Right.
They're saying it's right.
Well, there's so much confusion. That's the big problem with not having a main source of information that's reliable.
That's right.
And that people have to search around a lot. A lot of people don't do it. They don't search around.
Just make it InfoWars.
Nah.
Just make it InfoWars. What's the worst that could happen? Just, if we got to do one, he's been right enough of the time.
He's been right more than CNN.
Just have it be InfoWars as our national news. That's our BBC.
I mean, if you think about what they did, you think about what these governments in conjunction. What is this?
He's back on Twitter.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
He's been tweeting all day.
Oh, yeah, he's back on Twitter, but he also has a new show that he's doing.
Right.
At the end of the day, he's going to do, after he does his main show, he's going to break down all the different things that they talked about.
What I'm going to do
what's going on in the news.
is when I'm on that next week, I'm going to be, I'll FaceTime CAA, all my agents, and go, hey, because the thing is, They can't even get rid of you anymore because they just need you to sell tickets.
When you and him were on the podcast, it was one of my favorite times.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever been a part of and done. And I think it's like this iconic moment of like encapsulating the world at one of the wildest times ever, before an election, before a contentious election.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, it was an amazing time in the red pill.
The old one.
The old studio.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
It was a good time, and he was great. He was really sharp and really...
The fucked up thing is how many things he was right about. Like when he's talking about like polio being something that kids are getting from this vaccine in Africa. They had to stop giving it. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Then he pulls up this AP story. You're like, holy shit.
Well, all the people that he calls out, listen, we always talk about this stuff, right? He infiltrated Bohemian Grove and stuff like that. It's like... It's blatantly obvious to everybody that all of this secretive, whatever you want to call it, whether it's you want to say deep state or whatever it is, they don't want anything they're talking about out there. The real rationale for the decisions that are being made, they don't want out there. They don't want that out there. That's why Harvard and Yale and these places exist. That's why all of these secret societies exist. They're all groups that create loyalty amongst a group of very, people that could be very powerful, certainly are usually very rich. And that's why all these things exist. And then this guy comes around and breaks into one of them with cameras and shows all of those people in cloaks mock sacrificing an owl or whatever, or mock sacrificing a child. I think the effigy of a child with a big owl. It's creepy. It would be creepy if those people were all broke. Not only are they not broke, they're the most powerful people in the world. It's doubly creepy, right? Even if it is just a big orgy, whatever the hell they do, there's a lot that they don't want you to know.
Yeah.
And the fact that guys like him are out there, that is unsustainable. They don't want that.
No.
That's not good.
I remember something I was going to talk about before, but you were on a rant. When we're talking about people existing in these AI realms.
Yes.
That this is probably are people going to get indicted for crimes that are committed in virtual reality?